WWF, it's wrestler Owen Hart. Plus, Johnny goes Christmas shopping with Val Venus and Kurgan. And it's an all WWF edition.
You gotta watch this.
Owen Hart,
He's the former WWF Rookie of the Year, the youngest of 8 wrestling Hart brothers. Here is the King of Hearts, Owen Hart. A standing ovation for Owen Hart. Well, how did you like tonight's festivities seen live on TSN? Good for you. Good day. How did it go?
It was awesome. Special Olympics, incredible cause. I got some energy when I got there, and I visited some of the guys, some of the Special Olympians that have done remarkable things. You know, they're skiers, they're swimmers, there's power lifters, and I think that they can kind of set an example for all of us, and we can get a little bit of energy from each and every one of them, because they're remarkable people, and I take my hat off to them.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, your brother was just on. He was on last night, but he was just on the telecast on TSN. He was commenting to Derek Petition that you were the Hart brother that got dropped in his head as a baby.
Oh, my God. See, that's sour grapes from WrestleMania 10 when I beat him in Madison Square Garden. So I don't know, maybe I am the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be.
Ah, you're just looking for some applause. You know what? You may get it. Let's talk about your return to the WWF last Monday, coming out of that brief retirement. Give me the skinny on the retirement.
Well, you know, I felt bad. I broke Dan Severn's neck, and I left him maimed in the ring, and my conscience started playing the best of me, and I took some time off. I retired. And then the Steve Blackman guy starts making allegations that I am the Blue Blazer. Well, the Blue Blazer was somebody that I was a long time ago, about 10 years ago, and when I was young and silly. And now, you know, I retired, and that was it. I left it at that, and these allegations kept coming that I was the Blue Blazer. But yet I couldn't be two places at one time. Owen Hart was there, and all of a sudden this Blue Blazer would jump in and jump someone. I don't know who the Blue Blazer is. Someone said it was a guy in Winnipeg, Jeff McGuinney. I don't know. I really don't know who it is, but obviously it's not me.
So for the record, you are not the Blue Blazer.
I'm not, obviously not. I don't know who it is, but if I can get my hands on the guy, I'd like to discipline him myself.
Like you did to that freak Goldust there last week.
Oh, man.
What's the deal with this guy? Let's see some of the highlights of you last week against Goldust. He's a freak, for goodness sakes. Look at him.
Oh, my God. I don't know why they have some hose bag hanging around ringside. You know, she's got no part of the wrestling business, but she poked her nose in, trying to distract me, and you know,
she poked her
nose into.
Okay.
But not coming up with excuses, but that was my first match back out of my long and lengthy retirement. You know, I just come from sitting on my couch watching the Monday Night Raw, and next thing you know, I'm in the ring fighting Goldust, and I wasn't mentally prepared for it.
Now, this Goldust guy, he's kind of strange. He's crossed the boundaries. You know, wrestling has pushed the envelope sometimes a little too far. I answer this, Owen. Has wrestling gone too far?
Well, a lot of people feel it has. You know, there's pros and cons to that. The ratings are unbelievable. Wrestling is hotter than it's ever been in its history. Sellout crowds everywhere. You know, when we go into Skydome, I heard it's got the biggest advanced gate ever for a Monday Night Raw in February. Our pay-per-view in Vancouver sold out big time. So there's definite success. But we are pushing the risque button. You know, it's getting violent. It's getting a little cruder than I personally would like for my own children. But that's my children. I just don't allow them to watch it. But everyone's got their own freedom, their own democracy to do whatever they want. And personally, anything that I do, I'm proud to say that I can let my children watch, or any other fans. They might not always agree with the dirty tactics that I do, but I make sure what I do as a professional athlete in and outside the ring is acceptable to my family and my friends, and I want to uphold the Hart reputation as being true professional.
Good for you. You know, it's getting a little risque, and our buddy Vince McMahon has a real handle on this. This guy's a fascinating guy. What's your relationship with Vince?
Well, you know, when I started with WWF about 10 years ago, I was so intimidated by Vince McMahon. I didn't even know at times if he even knew who I was. It's like, you know, hi, Mr. McMahon.
Mr. McMahon.
And yeah, I just like, does he even know who I really am? It's like, you know, I am the Blue Blazer. I'm the young kid that, you know, was just happy to have a job. But over 10 years, we've developed a rapport, and you know, Vince and I are I wouldn't say good friends, but we get along fine. You know, this corporate stuff, I don't know what's going on there. He's got, you know, the corporate champions and all that other stuff, and I know he's the worst nightmare for Stone Cold Steve Austin. But you know, me and Vince, you know, we're not tight, but we're not enemies, and you know, he's a good promoter, a good guy to work for. He's obviously the best guy in the business for promoting.
Well, you've been in trouble with Vince over the years. 2 SummerSlams ago, you broke Stone Cold Austin's neck, and what did you go? You went out and bragged about it.
Well, that was the highest marketed shirt I ever had. It said Owen 316. I just broke Stone Cold's neck, but that wasn't my idea. Somebody else came up with the marketing of the shirt, and I just reaped the benefits in the bank account. But you know, anytime someone gets hurt like that, especially if it's a neck injury, you feel bad, and I never want to see anyone get hurt like a neck injury, you know, and it's a terrible thing. And I remember the night that happened, it was devastating to me, and thank God he's recovered and he's doing a lot better now.
We'll talk about broken necks, broken bones, some of your opponents coming up. We've got Owen Hart guesting tonight. If you're online, you're on next, along with our fans here, live from Studio 99. Back in a bit, we'll see you in 2 minutes.
Time now for the G-Bonds, the best from the video vault.
Your favorite Owen Hart nickname. So far in 3rd place we have the Black Heart. In 2nd we have the King of Hearts, and in 1st we have Nugget. Back later with the final results. Over to you guys.
And you know, the wrestling fans know what Nugget means, and it's not good. I mean,
Well, as far as I know, a nugget is something you get at a drive-through window at McDonald's, you know, little chicken. So it's something that everybody likes. It's delicious, and, you know, or the little Hershey chocolate dipped nuggets. Or something that's like, you know, gold nuggets, like 14-karat gold plated. So I'm thinking it's something good.
On the bottom of a pan, you know, with the 49ers. Good for you.
It's definitely not something in a toilet.
Oh, good. See, there, you know. All right, so you said earlier one of your highlights, if not the highlight, was WrestleMania 10. You beat your brother Brett, Madison Square Garden. Your whole family's there. Your family, man, what a great Canadian story, huh?
Yeah, it's very fortunate to have 12 kids in the family. I'm the youngest of 12. My mother and father, you know, through thick and thin, stayed together and raised us, and I know my mom never wanted us to become wrestlers, and she certainly did not want my sisters marrying wrestlers, and both of those nightmares came true. We are all wrestlers in some form or another, and my sisters all married wrestlers. And
oh, man!
so it's a zoo up at the house at Christmas time for Christmas dinners and stuff like that.
You know, your mom's running out of videotape because she taped last night's show and now tonight. Come on, put it on. Put a 90 in there, Helen.
Yeah, really.
We have Eric somewhere out there.
John, venturing into the danger zone by the pen here. We have a message. I am the Blue Blazer. Oh, my. Jay?
We found him.
I was just wondering if you would ever consider going to, like, WCW to be with your brother.
Well, you know, I've been asked that a lot, and I have no desire to go down there. I'm very happy with WWF. It's been So, you know, there's been a lot of speculation about it, and I know all my family went down there, and I had an opportunity to go down there, and I talked to Vince McMahon. It was about a year ago at this time, and he was a man of his word. He fulfilled all the commitments that he promised me, and I have no desire to go down there. I have my friends in WWF. I wish my family would come back to WWF because truly that's where the Hart Foundation belongs, is right back in WWF. We'll get it back together and reunite one day, I hope.
Here, here. Wendy, who do we have from across this fine country?
Well, we have Cameron McKay from Winnipeg, Manitoba, who writes, Owen, in your mind, who are some of the most underrated wrestlers in the WWF today?
Besides yourself, of course.
Well, of course, besides myself.
Thank you.
Well, I don't know. There's a lot of upcoming new stars right from Canada here. Actually, Canada's got some of the best newcomers: Edge, Val Venus, Kurgan, the big giant. You know, they're all Canadian boys. Tiger Ali Singh is another Canadian boy. And they're new and they're fresh and they're hip to what's going on. They're hip to what people want to see. They're athletic. They're entertaining. And, you know, they just got to pay their dues a little bit like I did 10 years ago wearing that silly blue blazer mask. You know, and their time will come and they'll be the stars of the new millennium.
Val and Kurgan and I went Christmas shopping. You'll see that in 2, 3, 4 minutes. Eric, Doug Flutie.
Thank you, John. Owen is, or rather for Owen, here is Scott.
How you doing, Owen? Just a question. How does the whole confrontation between your brother and the World Wrestling Federation affected you in your career and the relationship with Vince McMahon?
Well, a year ago, it was a really hard time. You know, you got to figure you got your closest people in the world is your family, and then I got my boss who's controlling my livelihood, and I was stuck right in the middle there in between both of them.
Because Brett asked you to leave and almost demanded that you do.
Yeah, and he was going through a really hard emotional time. He had a 14-year relationship with Vince that you know, despite when anyone says they were very, very close, and both of them were hurt and licking their wounds after the whole scenario was done, and those wounds were very deep. And I still think to this day both parties affected were emotionally involved. And I was thrust in between watching my family who had, you know, I got my break in WWF through Brett, who got me in there initially, and to see him gone, and not just in a mild way, but a very nasty, harsh way, the way he left. And to be pitted right against, like, geez, this is my livelihood, this is my only career. There's not a lot of options if you're a professional wrestler. And, you know, you can't just say, well, okay, I'll go get a job somewhere else. You know, I was limited. And I'm very happy with WWF, and I was at the time. And when this whole thing came upon, it was right around Christmas, and it was really chaotic. And I had Brett tell me one thing, and I went back and forth with Vince McMahon. We worked out an agreement. And 1 year later, I can't complain. It's been a lot better than it could have been.
The first cut is the deepest. Plug away. Big pay-per-view event on Sunday in Vancouver. Go nuts.
Well, I'm going to go nuts on Steve Blackman. You know, there's a couple of factors. I'm fortunate enough to have it in my own country in Canada, and I always love wrestling in my own country, whether they boo me or they cheer me. But for the most part, in Canada, they like me very much. And Steve Blackman was the one that brought me off my couch when I was retired, enjoying myself. And now I'm thrust back into the ring, and Steve Blackman is the lethal weapon. But when I get my hands on him, I'm going to punish him.
All right, give me a move that you're going to give him on Sunday. What's it called? The backhanded chicken flop?
Yeah, you're close enough. I'll call it, it's a cross-face chicken wing. It's just one of the many submission holds that my dad taught me down in the dungeon.
All right, if I turn blue, let me know, studio audience, all right?
Okay, so I hook this arm here like this.
Okay.
Arm comes across the throat. And then it's just like that.
Ladies and gentlemen, good luck on that rock bottom pay-per-view. Owen Hart, the king of hearts. Now, have you finished all your Christmas shopping? I think not. Our wrestling pals Val Venus and Kurgan went shopping today at the Bay, and take a look at this. It was a windfall, folks. You'll love this.
Hello, how are you gentlemen? Can I help you out with anything today?
Yeah. Would you happen to have a scent that would attract some of the sexiest women on the face of this planet?
We have some Sarah, Alfred Sung, Shalimar. What exactly were you looking for?
Do you happen to have anything in WWF?
Yeah, actually I do, right here. Why don't you try that on?
Take a whiff of this chick magnet, tough guy.
Oh, yeah, right. Like it.
You like that, huh?
You know, no Christmas shopping spree is complete without some lingerie for the young lady in your life.
Ladies.
There you go. Now, what do you think? You think it'll fit?
Maybe, you should get Kurgan to try it on.
Yeah, what do you think?
It's all yours, big guy.
Have fun.
Hey guys, this underwear feels pretty good. Feel like a new man.
Hey,
Santa! All right.
Ho, ho, ho. Hello, Kurgan, and what can Santa bring you for Christmas?
Well, let me see. Goodwill towards men, peace on earth, harmony, and I like to get 6 inches taller if I can.
Oh, that's a tall order, Kurgan.
That's funny.
Hello, Santa.
Oh, hello. And what can Santa bring you for Christmas?
What can you bring me for Christmas?
Hi, I'm Ken Shamrock, world's most dangerous man. Watch Gallagher on TSN. Ouch, that's gotta hurt.